Welcome to Chai After Dark, everyone. I'm Shabnam, and I'm here with my co-host Sameem. And today we are covering episodes 4 through 6 of Parwarish, the famous... No, I said it right? Parwarish.
Yeah.
Yeah, the famous Pakistani drama that is available on ARY TV/YouTube. And on YouTube, there's subtitles in case you are a non-Urdu speaking person that is interested in following this riveting Pakistani drama, which can also be thought of as like a telenovela-ish.
I absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually am really enjoying it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Like 4 to 6, it becomes action-filled almost.
Yeah.
And the drama gets taken up a notch. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Me too. Yeah. So one thing that we pointed out last time, which we wanted to point out this time, is we both were born and raised in the U.S., haven't spent a whole lot of time in Pakistan. So, you know, we're not necessarily the ones you'd pick to review this, but I think that's what makes it a little more interesting because we probably have a different perspective.
Also, come on. We don't know this drama. We have maybe not lived this intensely in this drama, but we've somewhat lived in drama and tense situations within family gatherings. Have we not?
You can take the person out of Pakistan, but you can't take the Pakistan out of the person.
No, never. Through and through. Come on. Like, I would venture to say that I'm more Pakistani than this Wali character, if he was a real person.
Oh, and
he's
there's
a real caricature of some 17, 18-year-old that thinks he's hot shit.
Sure.
There's gotta be.
There's
some
a bunch
Pakistani kid that came here when he was 12. He went back home when he was 17, 18. He thought he was hot shit. Come on. There's got to be someone like this.
Yeah, there's a bunch of toxic masculinity in this episode that is pretty annoying, but we'll get to it.
Before we get into things, I did want to ask you about that, and I'm glad you brought it up. Do you think these writers are... like, this is just how things are. This is how people talk. This is how men, they're just like aggro the entire time.
I think
that's just how they live their life.
I think they're highlighting these issues in their society by having characters like this that are toxically masculine, you know?
Yeah, but Dada Jan's so sweet. And
normally
because when you have sweet parents, it does translate into your children.
Dadajan acts like a grown-ass man, and then these 45-year-old, 50-year-old men, they don't.
Yeah.
So.
You want to know a quick tea time before we get to our ABCD Urdu lufs of the day?
Let's do it.
JB is 60 years old in real life.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, hopefully he acts better than his character, you know?
He's supposed to be a little bitch, right?
Yeah.
Like you just said. Like that's they're trying to portray him as that, but he looks pretty good. I'm assuming there's some hair dye involved.
Well, he says that in the first episode, right? They're like, oh, you don't have any grays. And he's like, you know, I dye my hair.
Man, I'm starting to get a few grays.
Or you.
We should get into our ABCD Lefts word of the day.
We should, yeah.
Insert AI generated jingle here. That's pretty good, right?
As long as it makes sense. Hopefully it's better than last time.
Okay, hold on. Let's drop it here.
Everyone, let's laugh and learn Urdu.
Okay, I have 2 words, but only one word was in episodes 4 to 6.
Okay, go for it.
There's 2 words that are very close to each other, and it took me like 3 minutes to figure out what was going on. So when JB is being all masculine and toxic, when he's talking to his wife, Manure. Sorry,
Mahnur, not manure. We already got in trouble with you saying Parwarish last time.
I know. I got some texts too.
Okay.
Look, people, I even said it on Instagram to everybody getting upset about my pronunciation. This podcast is purely for entertainment purposes. We've dropped our disclaimer, but come on. Sorry, we're effing around.
Yeah.
Okay, I have this word for you.
Okay.
So when he's getting all worked up, like I said, he's like, you are a padi likhi jahil.
Ooh. That's a phrase.
And then I type, so padi likhi, that's not the word that I'm talking about. That means reading and writing.
That means you're...
Yeah. So Buddy Licky, first of all, it's actual literally means read, write. But
Yeah.
in that context, he's saying you're literate. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. They have
You're a reader
getting to
and
make
a
new word.
writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bitch, you know how to read and write. Go get a
Yeah.
job. She's like, I can be a receptionist. But then he says Jahil, and Jahil means, okay, first I did Jahil, and it kept coming up Jaleel. And Jaleel means great, majestic, glorious, or revered, right?
That's not what he was saying.
That's not what he was saying.
No.
You have to put the H
Yeah.
before the L, and then it becomes ignorant, unlettered, or foolish.
Yeah. So he's basically saying you're educated, but you're stupid as ever.
Have you heard of that insult? Is this a common insult, these three words put together?
It's not something I've never heard before, but it's not something I hear common. But I feel like, look, if we're talking about being Americans, I feel like if Republican Americans spoke Urdu, this is what they'd call liberals.
I had the same thought. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
This is like saying you liberal cuck.
Yeah. Well, it's like
literally
saying
he's calling her a liberal cuck.
yeah, it's like saying
well, not
like
the cuck. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
common flang. That's common slang today in the United States. So.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
or like libtard, right? That's what they say. So it's something to that effect, right? It's more like a class thing, right? It's like you're educated, but you're
But
dumb.
what?
You're dumb AF. That's what it's saying.
You want to go live in the United States, dude. She has her outfits already. She had her English down pat. She says she can go be a receptionist or a nurse. I don't know. You probably have to go to nursing school for the latter. But yeah, calling her a Jahil was a little, look, I wouldn't do that. It seems a little intense.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a lot of things he's done. He seems it is what it is. Should we get into it?
Yeah. And then before we get into it, in the first 10 minutes, two different men called two different women literally stupid.
Yeah.
The word stupid. So I didn't need to come here and say that's an Urdu word, but
Okay,
we'll get into it.
in defense-
I don't even understand.
Not in
What?
defense.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
In defense?
No, not. I was going to change that. So not in defense of JB because he should not be saying that no matter what, especially in front of people. Like I think he was trying to be quiet, but obviously he wasn't being quiet at that time. But also she was being stupid. Like that was stupid, I have to say. But he can't he can't be saying that. But yeah. Anyways, like so, this is marriage, right? Like sometimes I say in my head to myself during a conversation with my husband, don't be a bitch, don't be a bitch, don't be a bitch. Sometimes you just got to do that. You just got to hold your shit back, right? And he couldn't do it. It's wrong,
JB. Yeah. One time I couldn't hold my shit in either, but then nothing. I was going to make a runs joke, but we don't have to do that.
Yeah, let's not.
And I was also going to say...
And you were in Pakistan when you couldn't hold your shit?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I was going to say the word of the day is Bortia, but someone told me not to do that.
Okay.
As I just did it.
Okay, cool. So let's get into it. I don't even know. Is that okay, last time
Bortia? Let's hold that. Let's hold it
Okay.
until the Portia need to come out next
I need to
week.
phone a friend. I need to phone a friend
Yeah.
and be like, is that Urdu?
It's real. It's probably some slang
Okay.
for shit. Tati,
Okay.
isn't that another one?
Yeah, that's another one, but that's universal. Anyways.
We're probably losing listeners as I keep going.
Okay, so at the beginning of episode 4, there's an uneasy peace in the house, basically because Wally and Samir got into a fight at the end of episode 3, and Samir's frustrations are bubbling up to the parents. Mahnur says she won't let Wally sleep in Samir's room until Samir gets a psychiatric evaluation, because no 17-year-old boys have ever roughhoused before and gotten a little rowdy, right? This is where I'm like, you need to calm down, lady. Even though I do think Samir has a little bit of anger management issues, but she's taking it too far,
Yeah.
So JB
You've been to
gets
Pakistan.
yeah.
So haven't you seen I don't even understand what this was. They didn't kill each other. They didn't even really get into a fight. They just sort of got into a tiff.
Yeah.
Psychiatric evaluation for him and not Wali. Come on.
I think every single individual in that home could use a psychiatric evaluation. But
I feel
including Mahnur.
Mahanur.
Yeah, not manure. Even though right now she acts like it. Okay. So JB gets annoyed and calls his wife stupid for saying that,
Yeah.
which it was stupid, but he shouldn't be calling her stupid. His dad tells him not to talk to his wife like that, which it's like, go Dadajan. Tell him.
So this is
to
what I'm
shut
saying.
that.
Come on, Dada Jan's dad was born in the 1800s.
That's
Right?
because
Most likely.
yeah, but
And he's a
Dadajan
calm ass dude.
because Dadajan's old and he knows one day Mahnur is gonna be having to save JB from his own diabetes and his own destruction. And he's like, don't be calling her stupid now. You're gonna regret that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even think Mahnur's that stupid. I think she's just trying to get the out of there, trying to get the hell out of there, trying to get the F out of there.
She's kind of stuck up, right? So I think this is where this trope of like classist Pakistanis that move to America coming back and feeling superior comes in. But like I don't know. I certainly wasn't taught that, and I certainly wasn't allowed to even say anything to that effect. Like I almost wonder if it's people who came from Pakistan to America and stayed here for like 15 years or less that go back and do that, because I don't feel like I had that kind of attitude, or I was allowed to have that kind of attitude. Like I said last time, my dad would have figuratively slapped us across our face if we said things
You
like
can
that.
do it now. Go to
I can do it
Pakistan.
now. I mean, I
Go be
can't
a
even.
queen. Go be a drama queen out there. You could do it
I guess I could. I
if you're
don't
so
know.
inclined.
Sure, I'll try
Do
it.
not- I mean, watching this and watching Manure. I'm sorry. Say it again.
Mahnur.
Then why can't I say it?
Because I don't know, because Parwarish.
Mahnur.
Look, manure is on Parwarish, but Mahnur is in
There's a lot of shit references today.
Parwarish.
Look, I would probably go back and want my space and my freedom, and Mahnur doesn't have that. And she even says to Wali, like, I have to go back to the United States because I'm actually someone there, because Wali's telling her to stand up to the dad, right?
Yeah.
If I went to Pakistan today, I would go live like a king.
Yeah. But I also think
What are
that's not
these
her
people
issue.
doing?
I think she's resentful of the fact that he dragged everyone to move back there. So that's why she just came with an attitude, because she didn't want to be there, and neither did any of her kids. Like,
Man,
that's
I wonder
like
what
the
would
root of it.
happen if I try to drag Sophie to Pakistan today to finish off her studies.
Oh my God, I don't even know. Don't even.
Disaster.
Yeah. Okay. So
Don't put that out there.
Yeah, don't put that out there. So Wali and Maya's tension builds as well, because now they're going to school together. So Wali was going to Maya's school, and the first day she sees him at school, she's like running up the stairs trying to get to class on time. He turns the corner, they bump into each other, and he drops his coffee cup, and she like gets a little coffee on her shoes, and they have this argument about whose fault it is that they bumped into each other. And he convinces her that it's her fault, and then he asks her for money for his coffee cup. So first of all, obviously chivalry's dead in Pakistan, because what the heck? This guy has no manners, but I mean, we just saw a scene with his dad calling his mom stupid, so why would he, right? But also, I feel like this is trying to portray that American Pakistanis are really transactional, which I also take offense to, because I don't think that that's true too.
Yeah, you're right. Yesterday when I was doom scrolling last night before bed, don't judge me, everyone. You guys do the same thing.
Obviously.
Anyways, yeah, I was doom scrolling and I came across this lady that was half getting roasted in the comments and half not getting roasted in the comments.
Yeah.
She was like, I made a decision to be friends with this dude that was interested in me, but we had a very long conversation where we're both going to be friends. So they went out as friends. Honestly, the beginning was the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But anyways, she's like, we're walking from, I don't know, the dinner place to their house or where the car is. But at the end of the reel, she's like, I have this heavy bag with me. And she actually asked the guy to carry the bag. And he said no, because we're just friends. You're just my friend. But Shabnam, if me and you were walking down the street, you're like, I can't carry this bag, I would grab the bag.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
What
so
the is this?
You can't
So
carry
it's
a
not
bag
just
of your
Pakistanis,
friends.
is what I'm saying. She said he was a tall white guy with a beard, like one of those dudes with muscles and stuff. You know, I gotta get tattoos and swole
Yeah.
to look cool.
Muscles he doesn't want to
to.
use for friends, only if he
Yeah, I don't even
only if he
understand what's
gets
happening
laid.
right now.
You know,
Yeah,
like I don't
yeah.
know. So
I blame her for going out with him as a friend, especially
Yeah.
if he was interested in her. He's just being a dick to be a dick.
yeah.
So when Wadley's like, buy me a coffee, I watched it this morning. I initially thought of that reel.
Interesting.
Men are just, it's not a Pakistani thing, man. Every man has an agenda.
And
Maybe this
it's-
kid doesn't have an agenda yet because he's 17, but he's going to have one.
I think his agenda is to be an asshole. So far, that's all I've seen.
He's a lovely singer. He's in the trees singing.
Okay, but
Come on.
But before
He's
we
a
get to
sweet
that,
kid.
somehow she kind of likes this. She likes that he's negging her or something. It's really weird.
His
like,
tone
tells her-
was a little soft. His tone was softer than the previous 3 episodes in this situation.
and
So
they were
maybe,
sort of they were
you
sort
neg
of
her. He already negged her, and now he's unnegging her, and she's getting. It's working.
yeah, I guess. I don't know. But it's just
This
weird.
is insane.
I
He saw it
think
on
it's-
Andrew Tate.
I know, but I think it's crazy that like she actually gave him money. I'd be like, dude, screw you. I mean, you can be like, screw you and still give someone money to be like, don't
Yeah.
ever ask me for anything again in your life. But then it's weird because she does kind of like him. It's a very, very weird relationship. I do not support this. But
Do
you know,
17-year-olds drink coffee in Pakistan before school?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I did drink coffee before school in high school.
Coffee After Dark at coffeeafterdark.com. Let us know.
All right. I see you put on here that he also copies her entire freaking test when they're taking a test together. So not only does he make her pay for his coffee, now he wants to copy her stuff too. This is like such a deadbeat loser, basically.
Hey, like you said, dad calls the mom stupid. Dad didn't even have schools lined up for these kids in Pakistan, by the way. Can you go ask Amal where you should go to school? We didn't talk about that in the previous episode. It was like in episode 2 or 3. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
So weird.
It's pretty easy being a dad. I just moved my daughter to Pakistan and, hey, go ask your cousin who you've never met, where should you go to school?
Yeah.
Am I misremembering? Because I feel like
No,
that's
you're
what
not.
happened in the previous episodes.
I'm like flabbergasted and I just don't even
Now he's
like,
taking a test in this scene.
Yeah.
And
So insane.
somehow his cousin is the proctor, by the way, of the
Yeah.
exam.
Oh gosh.
And he's copying off Maya. And yeah, this is their situation for 3 episodes. So I can feel the love building. I just don't know why.
Exactly. I can feel the tension building and I don't know why either. In the 1970s in soap operas, they used to have these common storylines in 3 different soap operas. The most famous one that I know of is General Hospital. They had Luke and Laura. Luke and Laura had a infamous, famous, hugely romantic love story of them falling in love and being in love and getting married forever. But it started out with him meeting her and him like assaulting her. So I feel like this is along that line, but way, 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 way less worse.
Yeah, come on. He just bumped into her, right? And
he's like treating her not
finagled
nicely.
free coffee out of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
finagled a free. Yeah.
He needs to sing her that love song eventually, right? In the next
Yeah.
17 to 21 episodes. I don't know when it's coming. We have a lot more.
Yeah. So switching to Maya and her family pressures, she's getting a lot of them. They want her to get married. They want her to marry up in status to bring the family status. And so
Yeah.
her dad's like, study and be a doctor so you can get married. And as soon as you get into med school, we're going to marry you off to somebody who wants a woman with a good pedigree so that you can, I don't know, give him doctor children. I don't know. But she's.
Yeah, what is this? What does he want? Like, what is, I understand status, but it's like, we've talked about this so much on our podcast, by the way.
Yeah.
If you stop caring, then there is no status.
Yeah.
Because why do you, log kya kahenge? Like, just don't care. But I know we're in Pakistan, but it happens here too. So it's not a purely Pakistani thing whatsoever.
No, and we see later in the episodes that the family that her dad wants her to marry into, they're actually willing to pay her fees for school. So I almost think you see this in this country too. Now that the economy is getting worse and there's more divide between like rich and poor, and there's less of a middle class, people start getting more desperate and more classist. So you just see that like way worse in Pakistan.
I didn't like it.
I
The
don't like it
whole
either.
3 episodes that we're talking about this situation that Shabnam's describing pops in and out, and there's like levels to it. Then the dad comes in, then the sister comes in, then the mom comes in. They all have their reasons why an independent person with independent thought named Maya should be doing. I don't
Yeah,
really
should just
understand.
like succumb to her dad's wants. But
Yeah.
what's funny is so like her dad suggests first to her mom, this was an interesting little side story. Like, hey, the family heirloom of yours that your dad gave you, this diamond ring, can we just give it as a gift to my sister? And she's like, what the heck? And she's like, my dad gave me that. And she said, I want to save it for my daughters for their wedding. And then Maya's basically like, don't save it for me because I don't want to get married. If you're saving it for my sister, Michelle, that's fine. And then her mom's basically like, you don't want to get married? Like, what are you talking about? Of course you're going to get married. She's like, oh, I'm like totally uninterested in getting married. I just want to be a doctor. And her mom's like, you can be a doctor and still be married, which is also true, you know? So that was like an
She wants to be
interesting
a
little
buddy
side story.
licky Jahil. That's
No,
what she,
she wants to be a buddy licky, like, you know, cool person, not a jahil.
cool
She
person.
wants to,
Spencer sister. Single for life. I feel her, dude. I'm
My
so
God,
with
we're
it.
gonna get so much like hate mail for you saying like spinster. She's also like honestly, she hasn't even got. She's like 21 right now. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Is she or is she in high school? I have no clue how old any of these people are.
I don't know either. I think actually you're right. I think because they go to medical school after high school, so it's like a whole like program. I think is how
She's
it
17
goes?
in real life.
Oh wow, yeah, she looks young. She looks young.
Yeah. But then there's
Um,
an article out there that says she's 35. And I texted you before. I don't really have the full story, but there's a lot of creeps in Pakistan. I'll just leave it at that. It's kind of
Okay.
gross.
Okay. Okay.
What? They put her on TV. Everyone knows who she is. And
No,
you
I
think there's
know.
not creeps in Pakistan? And
I think there's
I
creeps
didn't
everywhere.
want to go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. Here in America, she wouldn't be 17, right? She'd be like 29
Yeah.
playing a high schooler.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay, so Maya's aunt wants to set her up with a guy. And so this is Maya's aunt. I think the one who was going to get the ring, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
No, I think
And-
the ring was for the guy's family.
Oh. No, it wasn't because actually, I don't know. Okay.
Why? I think that's what he said. He said, "Bring the ring so I can give it to them when they visit,
Oh, okay.
so we can
Okay.
have something for them." But it's not an engagement ring, even though it is an engagement ring.
But why would they give
It's
an
just a
engagement
tofa.
ring to a boy? It's just a gift for the family or whatever, which is, I don't know, whatever. So him and
Yeah,
his
maybe he's
family.
gender bending.
No, I feel like it's like a old school dowry thing, but that's not how it's supposed to work. The girl gets the gifts.
I think the dad is really insecure.
Yeah,
And he
that's what
wants
it
to
is. He's
show
trying to
them what
buy
he
their
has.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should just rent like a Mercedes or something and put it in the front and be like, "Look at my car," or some shit. Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. I'm sure
He
Pakistanis
should
do
borrow
by the way.
that. He should
Yeah.
borrow that iPhone, the 7,700.
Oh
like, 7
yeah,
lock
the
one.
7 lock iPhone.
Yeah.
You know, this is a good, really quick segue. In Pakistan, they tax you, right, if you
Yeah.
have a massive wedding, because people care too much about this.
Yeah.
The status stuff that we've been talking about, and the government is like, y'all need to calm down and stop wasting your entire paychecks and life savings on your rando weddings.
Yeah. It's bad for the economy,
It's
apparently.
pretty crazy. I know.
Yeah.
Because that's all. Yeah, because all consumer spending goes into weddings.
Yeah. So crazy.
It's just so strange. I don't know, man. I've had 2 of them, so it's not like I'm immune to spending money on weddings.
Yeah. It's definitely a culture shock for Brian. He's like, do you ever not think about parties? I'm like, yeah. But do I want to have a party that sucks? No. So I don't know.
No.
you know?
I mean, let us party.
Yeah.
We're not railing coke and doing hard drugs and I don't know any
And bro jobs.
party drugs.
Yeah.
And bro jobs. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen White Lotus. We've seen Succession. It's pretty gross.
Yeah.
Like I don't need
Yeah.
to do all that. I can do that on my own in my private time, not with my family.
Yeah.
Weirdos. Sorry.
All right. Okay.
Sorry to
so-
anybody that I just insulted.
Okay, so him and his family come over for dinner and she fakes a foot injury with the hopes that it'll make her undesirable.
This is what?
But the guy is like checking her out like she's a juicy steak or something. He's still all into
What if
her.
he has like a disability
Ain't-
fetish or something?
I thought that. I was like, oh my God, this is so
This should be our
creepy.
Instagram clip, by the way. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, everyone?
Yeah. And so she's hoping she
She can't
appears
even
to be
live correctly.
Yeah, she's hoping she
And she
appears
wants to be a
be
doctor.
Yeah, she's hoping to appear to be defective, but he's just all into it for some reason. I don't get it. Maya's dad tells her that when she passes her med school exam, they'll marry her off and then she'll move to Dubai with this guy and he's from this like well-to-do family, and this just basically puts her dad in like the best mood ever, which is really kind of sad to think that your dad is so happy to get rid of you. It's kind of actually depressing.
You know me. I'm not like that.
Yeah. So
I'm following her wherever she goes. I'm the opposite of this dad.
Yeah. So she sees all these changes in her dad and his desires for the future and his desire for better status for the family. And so thinking about this, and she's basically feeling pressured. She doesn't say no right away. So Maya's sister eventually comes up to her room and sees her sobbing in the bathroom. Maya's sister tells her, like, hey, maybe this is better for you. You can spend the next 5 years engaged and dad will be off your back and you can do what you love. You can study medicine. And maybe this guy will just like another girl in the next 5 years. This is the most hilarious thing ever.
She's so right.
She
I mean,
is.
She's right.
She's right, but
This
it's
guy's
like
gonna wait around. No, dude, he's got that wandering eye. If he likes disabled women, what if she's not disabled?
Yeah.
Then he's gonna get really excited. He'll find her in the next 5 years.
Yeah, or he'll find somebody else that has like a broken arm perpetually or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Oh my! He was a good-looking dude, by the way.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So both Maya's parents come in and check on her, and she tells her dad she's feeling better. Her foot's feeling better, which it always was, right? But she needs more time to decide on her answer regarding the proposal. And so her dad's like, okay, take your time, whatever. And so then her dad leaves, and her mom and her actually have a real conversation. And she asks her mom what her mom thinks she should do. And her mom says, you should say yes, because this guy is great for the family status. And saying yes will get your dad off your back. And she also says 5 years is a long time. Anything can happen. The same thing the sister says, which is wild to me. They're like, you can just break an engagement, hopefully, but at least you get your dad off your back for a while.
What's the alternative? The sister literally says dad's going to beat the shit out of you, which I was uncomfortable with.
Yeah.
This whole
scene. Is it real?
Yeah.
Is he really going to beat the shit out of her? Or is it like me saying my dad would beat my ass?
I mean, we don't know, right?
Yeah.
We don't know because she doesn't want to find out. She does try to go and stop it initially when he's inviting them in the 4th episode, but the sister stops her. So by the conclusion of the 6th episode, she's all in. And after she has the conversation with her mom, she does feel better. And she's like, oh, my dad's actually happy with me.
I saw this old documentary about women in India, and there was a super old woman. I want to say she was in her 80s, and she was squatting over a tawa, like a flat stove, and like baking bread. And the interviewer asked her, what do you think of women in India in your situation? And she's like, what women need to do here to survive is just smile and nod, say yes to everything, and then do whatever the heck you want. And I was like, okay. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Family values.
Yeah.
You brought it up and you're totally correct. I think half the United States kind of wants that out of the woman here, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of anti-women empowerment rhetoric out there. So, yeah, it's not just a Pakistani or Indian thing. But I will say, that's probably a little bit more forceful. Like, manure. Says she doesn't. Dude, this is ridiculous. I feel like I should quit this podcast if I can't say her name right.
Mahnur, not manure.
What's wrong? Like, I can say Pakistan. I can say my own name.
Yeah.
I can talk in Urdu.
But you're saying I'm telling you what you're doing wrong. You're saying
Mahnur.
Meh and then nur, which sounds like manure. But then you just need to say ma.
Okay, I know why this has been bothering me. Let's maybe cut this out, but I can tell you why.
I don't even mind the word manure. It's Noah, which is good, and a ma in front of it. Ma-nua. I mean, when you consider the other choices, manure is actually pretty refreshing.
All right. So basically, after this conversation with her mom, Maya thinks about it. And the next day, she goes to her dad and she tells him she has a decision. And her dad's like, "What's your decision?" And she's like, "My decision is that whatever makes you happy, that's what I want to do." So he
Ugh.
gets all excited. He's like, "She said yes. She said yes." He's like running around the house and her mom's all happy too. And then her mom looks at her face and her mom actually feels really bad because her mom sees that she's heartbroken. She's just basically doing this for their family, which is really shitty.
Talk about no social awareness.
Yeah.
All these conversations and 6 episodes in, you don't know that your daughter in the house is not happy with this. Like you can't pick up social cues.
I don't think he cares. That's the thing. Like, I don't think he cares. I think he thinks that this is what's good for her. And as long as she's not going to raise hell about it, fine. You know?
Yeah. And to
So,
the people watching this and listening to this, is this what you want to do to your kids?
yeah.
I don't know.
Hope not.
Some
I hope
people do,
not. Yeah.
but some people do.
Some people
I
do.
have
Yeah.
friends that they have their kids are, 18-ish, 19-ish, 20-ish, 25-ish even. Not that old, but some people had kids young. And yeah, I've heard rumblings about, I need to get her married. Not in an accent because they're American.
Yeah. Weird. So
Yeah.
between the mothers, Mahnur and Pana, the competition for
Good
their
job, by the way.
mother-in-law's, thank you, for their mother-in-law's
Wow.
approval and to be top dog in the house really sharpens. They each try and make sure that they get the credit for the dishes they cook.
Is that from Ronnie, the
Yeah, that's
servant?
right.
She's
Yeah,
like,
Ronnie.
credit.
Yeah.
Because her Urdu was really good, and I actually noticed that they weren't doing, the half English, half Urdu like most of the characters do. She didn't know that word.
Yeah. So she
And they
learned
wrote
a
into the storyline. I was like, that was great.
that's her word of the day. It's credit, but it's in English.
Credit.
So Bana complains to Suleiman and he tries to distract her with some really good pundi shundi.
Oh, man. He's like, I love you, though. She's
Yeah.
like, what if somebody hears you? Where are the children? Oh, my goodness. Aunties and uncles flirting is, I've seen it
Yeah.
on and off, pundi shundi for 30,
Yeah.
40 years, and it's always uncomfortable, even if
Yeah.
it's on TV.
But the thing is, it's just hilarious because she's like complaining and he's like trying to shut her up by like getting down.
He's literally trying to stick it in.
It's too funny.
She's like, why are you in your undershirt?
yeah.
You know why.
He's like,
Keeps it on.
he's like, you want me out of my undershirt? I can do that.
No, she does. You can tell she does not want him to take that undershirt off. He's not allowed to go topless. Straight up, like, I liked it, man. I texted you and I was like, I used the F word. I said, he's trying to F his
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Oh,
believe it.
man.
Hey,
Yeah.
RETV, good job.
Yeah. ARY.
ARY.
Okay. So Mahnur's cooking almost kills Dada, right? Because I forget what happened. She
Too
put,
much
like,
biryani.
too much.
Look,
yeah.
this cooking shit in the 3 episodes, and she has all these bags, and then everyone's getting mad at her because they asked her to cook, and then she tries to cook on her own. And then the spices make an appearance again,
Yeah.
and there's drama on spices. I love this storyline for 6 episodes. Sorry, I'm just going to go off for a second. 6 episodes in, we have Dada John almost dying off biryani. We have a rando family trying to marry off their daughter to a guy with a disability kink. We have JB/Jimmy Uncle that apparently did the worst thing you can do in the United States. We don't know what. And just randomly takes his kids to Pakistan, doesn't put them in school.
Yeah.
And then he's just living 4 people in this room. I know how cheap Pakistan is. None of this makes sense. I love it.
Oh man, that's the clip. That's the clip. So, all right. Okay, so moving on to
Hold on, I had to drink some water after that.
Yeah. Okay, so switching over to Miss Anya. So Anya, who barely talks, starts school at an all-girls school that her dad wants her to go to because not with boys. And
No.
she ends up being bullied for being a vegetarian. And she overhears a conversation she shouldn't about one of the bullies wanting to run away from home because clearly she gets that bully energy from being bullied at home. And so they realize that she overheard them and they get pissed. So they end up pretending at first to be her friend to get her to go along with them. And then they like take her to the teacher's office who she wanted to go meet, but it's not the teacher's office. It's like another room and they lock her in it. And so she gets locked in this room and they basically just leave the school, and it's this whole fiasco of people not realizing she's missing, and eventually she's just locked in there for hours and hours. So the parents are her parents really piss me off, like JB especially, and also Mahnur, because they're trying to sweep her issues under the rug and like move her to Pakistan thinking that that's going to be good for her mental health, and they're just ignoring and like traumatizing her further. It's really annoying.
And there's no such thing as mental health awareness.
Yeah.
And JB doesn't want to talk about it. So that's why I was kind of surprised when Mahnur brought up therapy a few times here and there for Samir, not for her son.
Yeah.
But this is super pressureful. I think when we've watched the first 3 episodes with Anya and we were like, why is she so quiet? It's kind of strange.
Mm-hmm.
Now the tension's building and we still don't know what her core issue is. It could just be vegetarianism. We don't know that. But it made me uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Like watching her being bullied. It made me uncomfortable that she can't really talk to anybody in that house, even though there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, she can't advocate for herself at all, which almost makes her seem like infantilized, and like without context, it's weird. It's really weird that she is this way. I feel like there has to be some trauma that they explain, or there's something like not right about her, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we still have 30 episodes left. I'm sure something is going to be revealed. But these 3 episodes, when she's in the school and you describing the bully scene, like we know what was happening here. But my question is, why are there so many bullies in Pakistan? This wouldn't happen. It would happen at an American school, but it wouldn't be like, I feel like it might be common in Pakistan. I might be totally off base too. Because I got bullied in 3rd grade. Pretty relentlessly.
I mean, I think there's bullies everywhere. I just wonder if, like, you know, there's bullies in Pakistan coupled with this aspect of the culture where you don't want people to think bad of you. Maybe there's more of an impetus to like hide bullying and allow it to continue on the kids' part because they don't want to be known as like the, you know, snitch, something like that. I don't know.
It just seems a little strange.
So what you guys think?
Yeah, let us know what you think. I don't know. I might
Yeah,
I might be wrong. I'm just infinitely curious about how children grow up and what situations affect them. That's just,
so I was thinking,
I'm always thinking about it.
Yeah, so I was thinking, like, if I was 15, right? Like, she's about 15. If I'm 15 and I get locked in the room in my school, I'm gonna be sad. I'm not gonna not be sad, and I'm gonna be hungry. But I'm gonna at some point realize, like, people are coming in the morning to the school, obviously. Like, it's not like I'm going to be locked here for freaking forever. So I'm just going to like chill. And if I had a phone, I'd just be on my phone, right? Like, because you know their help is coming. It's just you have to like wait for it, right?
I don't actually know if she has a phone. I don't think she had one because
she left it at home. She left it at home.
Yeah.
So you're like in the classroom, right? Which sucks. I'm not saying this is a good situation, but I feel like her level of agitation over it doesn't seem... I don't know. Like, I mean, you have a kid. It seems like, I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, if there's bleakers there, you can just pee into it. It's not the worst thing in the world. She's like in some science lab. I agree.
Yeah.
And I think I saw a sink, so you can actually stay hydrated as well.
Yeah. There you go.
So, no, come on, man. If you're 15 and you're locked overnight in a school in a foreign country, you're going to be upset.
Okay.
You're not going to be chill.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, the foreign country part makes it worse. Yeah. Way worse.
I think at 15, it would be I think it would be really scary. And she does tell the family what happens. So I agree with you that she needs to be taught how to be independent.
Yeah.
Which no overbearing Desi dad will ever do for his daughter.
So Wally ends up telling his mom that Anya's at home when she calls to check because he's too lazy to get his ass up.
Can we talk
and
about
find her.
Is that what it is, or is it outright defiance?
No, I think he's like, yeah, mom, she's at home. It's fine. They're just overreacting.
But
I'm gonna sit here and play.
Faked it.
Yeah, I know.
Manur was literally like,
okay,
no,
I think this is really realistic for a 17-year-old brother. I think it is.
I do too. I do too. I think it's a sign of mental deficiency. I'm sorry, 17.
I don't know.
That's fairly old. I just don't. I don't have a boy,
Yeah.
and I have noticed that
Boys
are
suck.
sometimes lacking.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Now I'm getting an email from my nephew.
Yeah. Okay, so he eventually looks for his sister and realizes that she's not there, and then he gets all traumatized, and somehow him and Samir, who unbeknownst to anyone for any reason, we don't know why, they decided to be friends randomly. They just looked at each other one day and started laughing
love it.
and became best friends.
I love it.
But maybe that is
Heroes.
how 17-year-old boys are, I don't know.
Of course.
Yeah.
You think I didn't fuck around with my cousins? Let me repeat that. You think we didn't fight when I was in Pakistan in 1997? Of course we did.
Yeah.
But then you don't think we went out, and had Dane birthday at the cart down the street and then got the runs? We did that too. It was fun.
Of course. It's all fun. The runs included.
Yeah.
So then they decide, Samir and Wally, to go to the school and try to look for her. So they go into the school. They ask the guard. The guard's like, F off. You guys are stupid. There's nobody inside here. And then they basically break into the school. Wally goes looking for her. And then he finds her in a room and he rescues her. And she's like sobbing, crying. And they
telling her to calm down.
Yeah, he tells her to calm down. They come out, and then Samir goes off on the security guard for the school.
He's right.
Which is
right.
He was, but I think he went off a little too much. And his dad pulls up in a car just then, and his dad kind of like realizes, that he's a little aggro, and maybe he does need some anger management. But the whole family is like really appalled over this situation. They're like looking to take legal action and expel the other girls and like all this stuff, which is, I think, fine. But Mahnur takes this as an excuse to start packing and leaving. And she basically...
she's sort of right. I don't blame her in this situation. I'd be a little upset too. This is like 4 days in.
Yeah.
Not just biryani drama and not just kitchen drama. Your daughter's getting kidnapped. Come on.
Yeah. So she starts packing up, and then this is when they have the Badi Liki, what is it? Badi Liki Jahil fight? Like her and JB really argue and get into it on like what's best for the children. And that's when he basically says that to her, and she obviously is like, screw you. But their son's in the room, right? So the son's like, calm down, and then the dad's like, leave and and like get out of here. So he does. And he tells her that if she goes back to America, he's not coming. And she's like, that's fine. Screw you.
Take my own money, but
Yeah.
I'm taking the kids. So
Yeah.
I mean, he calms down, right, JB?
Yeah.
But he's an idiot.
Yeah, he's totally an idiot. So they even talk about it with the family, and the family tries Dada Dadi, Suleiman Pana. They try to discuss all their dirty laundry together in a family meeting and figure out if they can, make it work. But JB...
This is the most unrealistic scene, by the way. Every single one of these episodes has a family meeting. Come on.
So
Come
JB...
on. You have this many family meetings and you can't get anything done?
Yeah.
It's just making things worse.
I know. So JB says Mahnur is overreacting. And then Wally points out that that's what JB did in the first place by moving them to Pakistan. Burn. That was good.
Burn. Dun, dun, dun. We finally get a sense of what happened. This guy made a rash decision.
Yeah. So then Anya tells her brother that she feels like everything is her fault. She's really internalizing everything, that they've moved to Pakistan because of her mistake, and now they're leaving because of her and her mistakes. And he basically is like, no, that's not the case. And she really doesn't believe him. And she's having major anxiety over this.
Dude, what did she do? What happened? Maybe you're right. Maybe it was like an abortion. Not like an abortion.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I'm like really chomping at the bit to, like, I'm almost like pissed off at the writers for not giving us more context already.
It's 36 episodes. They need us to stay engaged. Do you think we were going to do one episode per episode? No, we got 3 per.
Yeah.
It's a lot to get through. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. So now for the worst father award ever, JB has a conversation with Anya, who comes up to him to get some comfort from her dad. But instead, he tells her she's actually not safe anywhere. America, Pakistan, not safe anywhere. And he says she can't imagine what he felt taking her to the hospital when she had to go to the hospital in the US for a reason we still don't know. And then he tells her that he sacrificed so much for her and doesn't want to see her in pain. And so he thinks it's better for all the family to stay in Pakistan together and promises to get Anya's bullies expelled in 24 hours. So, like I said, gold medal for worst father of the year. Like,
He sits
just
down
laying...
with this kid that he just lays into her, and all the gaslighting and the guilt. Come on, man. She didn't do anything.
Yeah. And like telling her like it hurts him to see her hurt. So what is she going to do? She's going to hide it from him. Like, this is the most insane conversation ever. Like,
I don't actually think this dad portrayal is that off from many dads out there. And moms.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Come on, of course, dude. I've
see,
seen the most selfish parents ever. I've seen it. Like,
yeah.
I was at the park with my daughter like 10 years ago when she was supposed to be at the park, you know?
Yeah, when she was little.
When she was little. And I remember this Desi family, the mom was like crying. And I don't know what the son did. The son was like 4. Okay. And then the aunt or the friend, another grown woman, was like, apologize to your mom. Look, she's crying. I was like, what could have this kid done?
Yeah.
Kicked her in the taint?
Yeah.
What could he have done?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know.
I'm not sorry.
I know.
She was crying like it.
Yeah.
Crying like it hurt.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah. Anyways, JB, the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
You traumatized this little girl forever?
On that note, yeah, we'll find out.
Next week.
We'll find out in our next week with episodes 7 through 9.
9.
So yeah.
7, 8, 9, right?
Yep.
Let's get out of here.
6, 7.
Because 7, 8, 9.
No, you know that's a new thing kids say. 6, 7.
How do you know that? What does that mean?
It means it's really cool. On that note, catch us at Shy After Dark on Instagram and TikTok and all podcast platforms, and give us a 5-star review everywhere. Write us a little note on Apple. We'd love to hear it. We need all the positive reinforcement we can get.
Yeah, because we didn't get it from our dads.
Oh.
Fuck out of here.
Dun, dun,
Thanks,
dun,
JB.
Dun, 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 dun.